What is up with it, mother, father, sister, and brothers out there, and welcome to The Bakery, your home for some form of a Smash Brothers Melee podcast that for some reason I make and talk a lot about every now and again. I don't really know. This thing is kind of just like diluted into utter beauty, and I'm loving what we got. But tonight I'm really loving what we got because I got my boy, my homie, the guy that got me into this piece of shit game that I love so very much, my man Wild, Matt. I'm gonna be calling you Matt because I'm not gonna call you Wild. I don't want to do that. Matt, how are you, my guy?
Yo, I'm good, dude. I'm good. You give me too much credit.
See, you say that, but without you, this show would never have even existed. Without you.
Listen, that might be true. If I didn't play Falco Puff with you on your LCD TV in your dorm room,
wasn't even mine.
Dude, we broke our necks looking up at this garbage TV for hours.
Dude, it was for those of you that want to hear a nostalgic story. My boy here at Wild and I, when we first started getting into the game, or at least when I first started, we had a shitty little LCD monitor in our dorm room that we would practice playing on. And at the time, I was a dumbass Puff main, or what I thought would be a Puff main, Puff Marth. Why was it? I think I played Marth sometimes.
I think you're right. I forgot about that.
I think it was Puff and Marth, because once I found out about Rest, it was over. Like, I was only Puff. But until then, I was like, hold on, this character seems free. So I think those were the two at the time, but this guy stayed the Birdman, or the Bird, for so long and just demolished my ass.
Yeah,
for
a while,
and then he turned to the dark side, and he's a Fox guy now. Forever will be known by that. Even though the Twitter poll said to be a Falco, I'm just saying.
Dude, the Twitter poll is not statistically significant, dude. All right?
Twitter poll is 100%.
I made it.
What do you mean?
Listen, let me inform the audience at the very least.
All right.
So I made a Twitter poll because I made Falco for like a year, and then I played Fox for like a little bit less than a year, and then I was like still not sure who I wanted to play. So I made a Twitter poll, and there was like 102 votes.
Yep.
Or there was like 101 votes or something, and like 51 of them said Falco, and like 50 said Fox.
Exactly. Like, so look who won. What
I should do, dude.
I told you
it was not decisive enough.
It was so decisive enough. It was all I needed. It hurt, bro. But you know what? Along with the whole introduction as to giving some background, why don't you give the people a little bit of information about you? I know just about all I ever will need to know about you, but the audience has no idea. So why don't you talk to them a little bit and let them know who is EVL Gaming's own Wild.
Okay, so what's up? I'm Wild. Call me Matt. No, so I don't know. I'm just a melee player from Long Island, New York. I'm on the PR. I think the new one just came out. I'm like 13.
Yep.
I don't know. I got wins here and there. I'm not crazy, but I'm coming up a little bit, just a little bit, like everybody else. Everybody's on the come up nowadays, dude.
Been on that learning grind, shit like that.
Yeah.
So how long would you say you've been playing though? Because I know it comes down to when we both were, but I feel like you have a different number on it than what I would probably say.
Yeah, I would say about. It's a little bit more than 2 years. I think that I count it basically for my first tournament. My first actual tournament was in I want to say July of 2015. So it's a little bit more than 2 years at this point. So I got a decent amount of time in the game. I'm not DJ Nintendo.
No,
I've been playing for like 15 years, but like been playing. I'm not just starting anymore.
Right.
Finally past scrub status.
Definitely past scrub status. So what was it about the game that made you want to stick around, continue playing for the 2 years, and 2 years to be continued that you have currently under the belt?
Well, can I say whatever I want?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
All right. Well, my melee career at the start was largely fueled by weed and alcohol. Real, if we're being real here.
The honest boys.
I'm keeping it a buck with everybody.
I mean, I can back this. I can back this on the gamble that we had, where on the first tournament you won, we were gonna go out and buy 40s for both of us.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but
I remember that because I knew I wasn't winning shit. But when it came down to the fact that, like, holy shit, Matt's about to take a tournament, I gotta get a beer out of this.
Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. But yeah, because like the first time I ever even rediscovered Melee, because besides everybody, classic everybody play as a kid, right?
Yep.
Was one of my friends. This is when I'm going to school with a young donut at SUNY Fredonia, so upstate New York. Mm-hmm. Super deep bumfuck, like right by Buffalo.
Too true.
And I'm walking back from one of my classes, and I just hear yo Matt, yo, and I'm like looking around, I don't see anybody, and he's like, yo, over here, and I look, and it's one of my friends named Justin, and he's in his car. I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? He's like, yo, my friend just bailed on me. You want to take a trip to Jamestown with me? And Jamestown, it was like, a little bit more than an hour away. It was like a trek. I was like, why would I do that? And why are you going there? He's like, I need to pick up a CRT. And that prompts an obvious question of what the fuck is a CRT and why do you want one? So that's how Melee came into the picture, basically. But I was like, I don't know. And he was like, I'll smoke you up. I was like in the car seat before you finished the sentence. I was there.
It was
so. Yeah, that's my Melee career was kickstarted by illicit substances.
from being a goon.
So that's how I discovered Melee. But I've played like a lot of other games, some like competitively at like relatively high level. Like that was like pretty high level in like Team Fortress 2. Actually, that was like my first competitive game.
You were damn.
And then like around, yeah, and like around the time when I was playing, right before I started playing Melee, I was playing a lot of Counter-Strike. I was like global elite for a while. I didn't play in any leagues. I was kind of just like a matchmaker and pugger. But
you played Dota, right?
Pretty decent.
Dota too.
Oh yeah, I also played Dota. Yeah, I was like 5k MMR. So like I was like pretty decent at all the games I played. So
kid's a gamer.
But then yeah, I was definitely a gamer. I don't know. The thing is, it's funny. I tell people I'm not a gamer. I just like competition. That's why I don't even play like single player games. I just play. I like video games, but like only competitive video games, really.
Right.
So if it has potential, if it has like a super high skill ceiling and potential to climb, and like there's reward for climbing, then I'm down. I'm with it. Let's go. I'll put everything into it. So that's kind of what happened with Melee, and Melee was interesting because right off the bat, I could tell. I was just like, yo, this is actually the best game I've ever played. Like super quick. I was like, yo, I'm gonna drop all my other games and just play this.
Oh shit,
this is the best. So that's pretty much how it happened.
And so, what is it about the game that keeps you playing even now?
Dude, it's just so hard, both technically, both like physically in terms of tech skill and mentally, and the skill ceiling is so. The skills, I don't even know if there is a skill ceiling, dude. It's like
Plup just beat Armada. There is no ceiling.
Yeah, dude, we thought Armada was hit it, but apparently not. Who knows, dude?
And don't worry, guys, we're going to be touching a lot on that later. But for now, I just want to we're giving a little bit of an insight into the world.
Yeah, a little bit of teasing, a little show a little skin.
I'm wearing the deep feet.
Melee was just like, I was like, oh my god, this is the hardest game I've ever played. I'm addicted.
Right.
I can't, like, every time you get a little bit better in Melee, it's just so satisfying. You hit that one combo you couldn't before, and especially as like a brand new Falco player, when you finally start hitting pillars, like you feel like you're on top of the world, dude. You're like, nobody can stop me.
You've discovered what a combo is.
Dude, you're like, this guy doesn't even get to play the game. I'm just so good. He's just getting comboed the whole time. It's crazy. So that's definitely, like, I would say the main thing that got me to stick to Melee. It was just really hard, and it was really satisfying getting better.
Do you see yourself wanting to be the best one day? Or do you... What are your...
100%, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I feel like some people have, like...
I don't play games with... Oh, I play games like they're not games, bro.
Oh, trust me, we've had talks.
Be satisfied being like first on my local PR or anything. It's like, nah, dude. It's like first or bust.
You're first or you're last.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ricky Bobby. But
I don't know, because even if you, the way I see it, even if you don't make it to first, if you're not aiming for first, you won't even get close. So
that's fair. That's fair. I know there's definitely people that have had the mindset that they want to be like, I know my mindset, and I think this could always be a bad thing, but who knows? In my mind, it's always, I want to be good enough at the game to understand situations and not be mad about why something happened. I want to be able to understand what happened and be satisfied knowing that it happened, I guess. But then there's the mentality that's like, fuck that, I want to be better than that, and I want to be the one to always execute those situations and to always confuse my opponent and to beat them every single time, like the winner's mentality. And I think if that's what you're going for, you got this shit. Got this shit.
Oh, thanks, man.
So, EVL Gaming coming to you. You want to talk about that? That was quite the amazing thing to hear when I heard my boy got sponsored. If you want to talk a little bit about that.
Oh, all right. Common misconception. I'm gonna clear it up right now. It's not evil. It's just EVL.
Really?
I think they might have used to be evil or something, and they had to change it. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the history.
Maybe.
It's EVL. But you can just say evil because who cares?
It kind of, yeah. It's literally so hard not to.
Sounds cool anyway, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I actually just got like ridiculously lucky because another Long Island Melee player, Chomsky, he was sponsored by them, but for actually for TF2.
Oh, no kidding.
So he was like on their TF2 team for a little bit, and then he stopped. He kind of did a similar thing to me, where he just like dropped his game to play Melee.
Right.
And yeah, no, I was just like, me and Chomsky were like really good friends, and we were like kind of traveling to events with each other. And I think one day he was just like, he's like, EVL's looking for another Melee player. Like, do you want it? I was just like, yes.
Oh, shit.
I was like, why not?
Just kidding.
And so I literally just sent the owner like a kind of like a proposal kind of thing. Yep. I was just like, this is who I am. I'm not like insane right now, but I think I'll get there pretty soon. Yeah. And if you guys want to like help me out getting to events, I'll rep you super hard. And he was like, yeah, that's cool.
That's
they brought me on. So they definitely, especially for like being a small sponsor, they actually helped me out a lot. Like they were definitely, when I first got on EVL, I was definitely like really tight on money around that time. So I was like about to have to cut back on tournaments because I was going to like at least like 2 or 3 tournaments a week. And people know, especially if you're going to like tournaments with $10 venue, that people know that cuts into your spending money, or not even your living money. It's just an expense, And if you're not, and at that point I wasn't like winning tournaments ever or like placing in the money yet, so it was like it was just like tossing that money away, which is what you got to do, which is what you want to do if you want to get to the point where you are making the money from the tournaments,
right?
So it's a necessary evil, but yeah. So around
thanks
that time,
to evil,
like,
you made it
super
through.
Accommodating. Exactly, they were super accommodating. So big shout outs to the owner Yoshi.
Shout out to Yoshi.
He's a really good guy.
Good shit. Well, good shit, Yoshi. And I think that you basically covered a lot of different things I was going to ask. So I thank you for doing that. And now what I want to do is basically let the audience know that what we're going for today is more of a tournament highlight, podcast than the normal player spotlight thing, even though we still got one in there. I'm really glad we got to give my boy his shoutouts. But as we all know, a very popular tournament series happened this weekend, which was the Big House 7. It was actually what they noted it almost as like the big upset. Like this was the tournament of upsets, starting from literally day one of pools. There were just consistent upsets, like things no one was going to expect. But initially what we're going to be doing is myself and my boy Wild here, we're going to be talking about the tournament, things that we didn't expect to see, certain updates, and basically this will probably fill the gap on the every other Monday or whatever Monday I couldn't get a guest. type of podcast. That way this does become a consistent Monday show, and I hope we can make something happen. We'll try and have returning guests maybe come and talk. Maybe those that have been at the tournament. Yeah, I'm like my boy Wild. I'd love to have you come on, man. You're very knowledgeable, you know. You could definitely talk some shit, you know. We could have good times about it.
I love talking shit.
So basically, let's jump right into it. So initially, I know I asked you like a little bit ago, actually, before we started streaming. You said you basically only watched like about half of like top 64 for the most part, or did you get any more?
Yeah, I didn't, because unfortunately, the Aeon Sunday bracket was running while Big House was going on.
Got you.
So I was playing tournament sets
Okay.
while everybody at Big House was playing tournament sets. So I didn't really get to watch too much.
No worries. Well, essentially what I'll do is I'll tell you first off, I took a bunch of different notes on essentially the upsets and then like crew battles. I actually forgot to double check teams upsets and stuff like that, but for the most part, from what I remember, it was Armada Android winning over PewFat, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that really surprised anyone.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really think that's
no, those teams could both beat each other like pretty regularly. I feel like they definitely trade sets. So.
Definitely, especially nowadays, they've been getting a lot closer and closer, and it's looking a lot sicker because teams is just such a different meta. We got S2J and I think S2J and Shroomed beat Team Liquid, so Chew and HBox. Thought that was rather interesting. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure they did. I can actually double check the bracket.
That would be very interesting because I don't know if you watched GTX the week before.
Yeah.
But Chew and HBox almost 3-0'd Android Armada.
Oh, that's right.
It was looking like a beatdown, bro. Yep. Like I watched the whole set. I was like, oh my god, what is happening?
Yeah.
Is it Puff Ices? That's a garbage team, or so I thought.
They made it work.
But I've been wrong before, so
yeah. No, I'm actually looking at the bracket right now, and from what it looked like in losers quarterfinals of teams, it was Mewtwo King Plup versus HBox Chudat, and Chudat and HBox clutched it out game 5. So that had to have been quite the sad fist bump from Mewtwo King, but you know, we move on.
Yeah, if I remember that set, it was just back and forth destruction.
Right.
And then like game 5, Plup got bodied.
Damn.
If I remember correct.
Right. And then, yeah, S2J and Shroomed beating Lot and Rishi also at Game 5. Or wait, no, Rishi. Sorry, I didn't say Rishi. I said Rishi. I swear, you can't prove I didn't say it. Rishi. But, no, then moving into semifinals, S2J Shroomed 3-1 to HBox Chudat. So that's actually super insane.
Nice.
And then Android Armada only dropped 1 game to PewFat, actually. They didn't even drop a game in winners finals, so that's pretty insane.
Dude, I feel like Falcon players are like kind of notorious for being awful at teams. And just because it's like hard to play Falcon in teams because he doesn't have like the quick zoning moves, he doesn't have the space to take advantage of his movement as much.
Yep.
So he's kind of like fucked in a couple aspects, but like S2J is so good at teams. Like when he and Mango team, oh man, that Falco Falcon, that's a team.
Would you say that,
bro?
Would you say that S2J is the best Falcon right now? Would you?
Okay, I've been saying even when his results were worse than both Wizzies and Nuns, I've still been saying S2J is the best Falcon, and people have been calling me crazy. But I'm like, listen, I'm not basing it on the results. I'm basing it on what I think about his play, and I think he's the best player out of the Falcons. So that's my opinion on the topic.
I definitely could back that. I think people that will point to tournament results can make it a little shaky. I mean, you even look at this tournament, we got S2J and Wizzy both going out at, I think, 7th? Yeah, I think this was at 7th place.
2 Falcons in top 8. I didn't think about that until right now, but 2 Falcons in top 8.
Yeah, dude. Actually,
that's
let me see here. Yeah, I was going to see if there were any more, and it turns out, actually, they were the only 2 Falcons, I think. I don't even think there was another Falcon that even made top 48.
Gatsu was in the bracket.
Oh, that's right. Yep, Gatsu made it to top 48. And then, where did he end up? Because I know he got destroyed on Drunksloth's path, which I definitely want to talk about later. But if you didn't know, Drunksloth went on the fucking losers run of a goddamn lifetime. And
I didn't.
All right. Hopefully we are back up right now, guys. I am so sorry about that. No real idea what the hell just happened. Internet just decided to poop itself, and to that I extend a big-ass roll of toilet paper and hope it doesn't do it again. So, shit, what were we even... Where even were we? I think I was talking about Drunk Sloth. If you've gotten to hang out with him or ever talk to him at all.
Yeah, I did actually. So,
really?
Yeah, at SmashCon this year, the last day, I found out that he's a son, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's part of the K-On! Sons.
Oh God. Not another one.
I don't know if it's because they're both super brown or like what, but they already knew each other, and he was like, I saw him walking around saying my son. I was like, are you my uncle's son?
Are you my son?
No. I mean,
I don't understand how your family thing works at all. You can't do this.
It doesn't. If you try and think about it, and try and have it make sense, it won't make sense. But if you just let it be, it makes perfect sense. You know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Because he's my uncle, right? K-On's my uncle.
Of course.
But I'm also his son.
Totally,
yeah,
totally,
and like,
totally makes sense.
And like Animal's my dad, but Animal's also K-On's dad. You know?
Nope. But yeah.
But another son. No, okay, I'm done.
Long Island has the most confusing family tree, I think, in like existence.
I'm telling you, it makes sense if you don't think about it.
But the problem is, I'm gonna think about it. I can't not think about that type of thing. This shit blows my goddamn mind. So, anyway, I guess I'll actually skip ahead to that because I was gonna talk about a lot of different upsets, but given the fact that your knowledge is only so limited on the tournament itself, which I don't blame you for, it was hard to watch actually top 8 driving all the way back to Buffalo yesterday. But so Drunk Sloth got put into losers from phase 1 of pools. Actually, he was put into phase. He lost to a guy named Puddles, I think it is.
Puddles.
Let me see if I can find this here. Oh shit! Yeah, right here. He was sent to losers by a guy named Puddle. It was a 2-1, so tried his best to keep it close. But from that point on, this man just kept beating and wobbling the shit out of motherfuckers. So he goes through Holiday, beats that guy. Morris Code 762. Morris Code 762.
That's a hard matchup.
Him. Oh yeah, no, that ain't easy at all. NMW beats him. Red beats him, and then Gatsu. He even beat Gatsu.
That's a run, dude.
That is such a run. And Red and Gatsu were both game 5. I can actually see real quick. Up until then, oh wait, so it was game 5 for that. NMW and Morris Code were a game 3 situation, so best of 3, game 3. And then from everyone else,
my man Drunk Sloth likes to keep it risky.
He went in from like everything else, like Holiday, Mage Breaker, Young Will. Those were 2-0s, but like everything else, like this man pushed. And then unfortunately, he fell to Zane in where is this right now? This was, I think, top 32. He lost 3-1. To the young Marth God. Yeah, so he put in such a fucking run, though.
Not bad.
Like, it was actually insane. So, big shout-outs to that guy. Ranked, what, 100th last year? I don't think he's getting 100th this year. Yeah,
he's definitely going to be at least, like, 97. You know what I mean?
I think he might even move a bit up. Like, didn't he beat Mango at, like, at a tournament or some shit?
Yeah, I think he beat Mango's Falcon, but...
That's Mango. That's the GOAT.
Yeah, it is.
So that was pretty nutty. I was going to definitely bring that up. I thought that was insane. But other upsets, I guess I could bring up. So from day 1, that was one of the bigger upsets. But a couple other big upsets that happened that maybe you would want to give a little insight on. I had Nightmare going out to Peanut Phobia in a 2-0, actually. So Yoshi Marth, I mean... How well can you know that matchup, especially in Canada? I don't think there's any Yoshis up in Canada. So that must
a lot of Marths just give up on the matchup too.
Yeah, that too. The GOAT maybe I know you know maybe. He
Of
got
course.
he got sent
My
to
guy.
losers by a guy named Biggie. 2-0.
Biggie. Oh man.
Yeah, not
Damn.
too sure about who that guy is, but damn, taking him out. But then I'm pretty sure maybe
That's a
had
solid
some.
win.
I think he had some upsets in losers as well, which is pretty interesting. We
Yeah, I
had
don't think he made it. I think he got like 65th or like.
Yeah.
Oh no, he got 49th.
Yep.
He lost it. Oh, he lost game 5 to K-Pan.
Yep.
Losers round 1 of top 64.
Yeah, I think someone was actually like like IRL streaming that, and I tried to tune into it, but you know, phone connection was shit. But good shit to maybe making it pretty damn far. Out of what? There were like 1,500 entrants, I think, or something like that. Yeah,
Dude, there were
15
so many people at this big house.
1522.
The brackets were huge.
They were fucking humongous. We had Liquid's Crunch. So HBox is captain, also ranked 8th in Central Florida. He got sent to losers
really?
by TM. Yeah. He got sent to losers by TM,
Huh.
who is a Ganon from Ohio or Michigan area, who is only number 10. And I thought that was fucking insane. Like, I've
That's
heard
a
of
win.
TM and I've watched a lot of TM back when like I wanted to when I wanted that Ganon to be a thing. But this guy taking out Crunch, I thought that was insane. And then what else?
It's a pretty decent win.
What's that?
I said it's a pretty decent win.
Oh, that was sick. And then
If
we
you
had
want you know the big one.
the big one from day one.
Oh yeah.
Could it be could it be L beating Borp?
No.
That's the one I have right now.
Or maybe it wasn't day 1 then. Maybe it was day 2. I'm talking about Vortex over Westfalls, dude.
Oh, don't worry, that's day 2, and we'll jump
was it?
right
Okay.
into that. Yeah. Let's see, where's my day 2 notes? Okay, so we got a shit ton of notes here for day 2. We had about 6 players on my list right now that I would have had money on to have not gone out at 65th and went out on 65th. We got my man, the Weston Dennis, losing to the GOAT Vortex, the unranked Sheik God, the man Vortex,
Long Island.
and Ginger in the Falco Ditto. That was insane. I don't know if you watched that one at all. Did you watch Westfall's Ginger?
I didn't. I would like to watch the set though. Because
Couldn't
see that
recommend it
one.
enough.
That one surprises me more than Vortex Westfalls, honestly. Even though Ginger's ranked a lot higher than Vortex.
Yeah.
But Vortex beat King Momo at SmashCon.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like known to be really strong in the Falco matchup.
Yep.
He's just like abuses shield and you know edge guard well.
Right.
And those two things will net you a lot of mileage versus Falco Sheik.
He definitely showed it to work out. I think a lot of Sheiks are definitely going to want to see that. I don't know if anyone got the IRL stream of that because I'm pretty sure it was off stream. But
Yeah, it was definitely off stream.
yeah, hopefully someone got that because that would definitely be something to look into for Sheik players because Vortex definitely seems to have a good handle on that. Another player that I know people were not expecting to see go out, and I certainly wasn't, was the Moon, aka La Luna. I don't know if he's
Yeah, what
like
happened to him?
actually. What's up?
I said, what happened to him?
So, first off, I'm still wondering, the Moon, if you're watching, let me know if you actually want to be called La Luna from now on, or the Moon. I don't know if you care, whatever. But my man Ryan lost in winner's side to Anther, actually. The Pikachu. The Anther's Ladder legend. He lost to him in winners and then had to face Lucky in losers bracket because Lucky got put into losers by Bobby Frizz.
Dude, actually, Bobby, you know what? I mean, as crazy as that is,
Yeah.
I definitely knew Bobby Frizz was super good.
Right.
Because at UGC, even though Mango was like drunk off his ass apparently,
Right.
he actually he took a game off Mango and definitely could have won the set.
Really?
Like I was watching, and you know, Mango wasn't playing his best, but Bobby Frizz was not a slouch. I was
Bobby
definitely
Frizz is
impressed
no
with his play.
slouch. Damn. That's nutty.
Yeah, so it's always good to see newer players have success in national brackets, you know.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say, because I had never even heard of this man up until I was getting like notifications from all my friends in like group chats being like, yo, Bobby Frizz is up on Lucky right now. And I'm like, what the hell? Who is Bobby Frizz? But this man making a
Right.
name. That was awesome. So who else do I had? I had Smuckers. I definitely did not think Smuckers would be going out early, and especially to the people he went out to. He went out to K-Pan, which, of course, the Falco matchup, not easy. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's not a big shocker. K-Pan, really strong Falco.
Yeah, definitely. I just wasn't expecting it, I guess, for the most part, when I saw that those two were going to have to play. I kind of figured Smuckers might have had his chance against it, but good shit to K-Pan clutching it.
Yeah, see, the thing is, K-Pan has had so many really close like game 5 and game 3 sets with Wizzy in the past. I've watched like 3 of them live. I feel like they play so often, it's almost always so close, except for this tournament. This tournament he got 3-0'd.
Yeah. But
the
he
point still
definitely,
stands.
he's still definitely like held his own, and he gave it a good run. But Wizzy on that other shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then we had, this was more of a minor one, but it was impressive on my end to see Kells going out at 65th to Cal and Milkman. I was not expecting that at all, just having Kells being in the scene a lot longer, hopefully having some knowledge. I didn't see either of these matches. I don't know how he was playing that day, but Cal making such a goddamn name for himself. This little kid just taking such names. And then Milkman, who I'd probably underrate him, but I mean, still a super solid player, and I guess clutched it out, so good shit on both ends. Mike Hayes, this one wasn't too much shocking, seeing as who we had to play. I think I was expecting him at least to do a little bit better versus Slox, but in the end, I guess that he lost the Slox in what was it? It was this was phase 2 pools. He got 2. Right? Yep. And then,
dude, okay, let's talk about. Hold on. Let's talk about Slox, bro.
Sure.
Let's talk about Slox.
All right, you want to talk about Slox? All right, so Slox going on his tear. Slox went on his.
So was my case the first? I don't know. I don't know where his round 2 pool was, but was my case like his first like tough opponent?
For the most part,
I would assume
he
so,
had to play.
Slox seated pretty high, probably.
Yeah, he had to play someone named Albert. If you've heard of Albert.
Albert, I don't know.
All right, he had to play him in round 1 of phase 2, then Mike Hayes. So that was like the start of shit, we got some MIOM in this bitch. So plays that.
Yeah, and then gets into top 64 bracket.
Yep.
Beats who
L.
does he?
Takes out L.
Okay, yeah, he beats L. Who did and L beat somebody to make that match happen, right? So who did L beat to make it to top 64 winners?
Wizrobe.
Yes, that is the one.
He beat Wizzy and Ty, and it was insane. Like, who in the fuck? Like, hold on, I have this guy's fucking ranking on here too. Where is this shit?
Yeah, he's I think he's NorCal Fox, right?
Yeah, he's NorCal 18, I think.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, like,
making moves.
He was making big moves. NorCal's number 8, taking out not only Wizzy, but then Ty, and then fucking taking out. Or wait, no, then he got put into loser shit. Oh yeah, and then he got 3-0'd by Army. But I mean, fuck. Goddamn Ices are fucking obnoxious. But back to Slox.
Yeah, back to Slox.
Back to Slox though.
So yeah, Slox 3-1's L.
Yep.
Right? Makes it to there's not quarters, it's a round before quarters, so winner's 8th, right? Then should have had already should have had to play a Wizrobe, but an upset works in his favor, right?
Well,
obviously,
he would have had to play
no slouch to make it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Slox if Slox also upset my case he earned that easier bracket by stealing the higher seed, you know.
Most def.
So you can never hate on somebody for just because their bracket was quote unquote easier.
Yeah.
Because like, what do you want the guy to do? Just lose?
No,
Go
exactly.
Losers?
Exactly.
It's like, nah, dude, just play the match in front of you.
Can you just fucking lose, dude? Please, like, come on.
Yeah, dude. So because sometimes people talk about it like that. They're like, "Oh, that guy had such an easy bracket." It's like, well, what do you want him to do? Like just not win?
Exactly.
Just like go home.
Yeah. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay his entry, venue, hotel, all that shit. You're gonna pay for that.
Yeah, it's like grow up, dude. Come on.
Facts. Definitely.
Yeah, so
then he has to play Ryan Ford.
Makes it. But why did he have to play Ryan Ford?
He had to play Ryan
because
Ford.
Ryan Ford beat Axe 3-1 in winners round 1 of top 64, taking out my man Jeffrey.
The man Jeffrey.
So
but I mean, Ryan also taking out K-Pan, which was interesting. So you got a one
losers, or was that before?
No, that was in the phase 2 pool that made him get into 64.
Okay.
So that kind of makes you wonder, if Smuckers had beaten K-Pan, how would Ryan Ford Smuckers have gone?
Oh, I definitely
wonder.
think Smokers would have a really good chance because Smokers is so good versus Fox, especially comparatively to how he is against Falco. He's so good against Fox.
Right. It definitely could have been an interesting thing.
But then, also Ryan Ford's so good at the Fox settle. Slocks, clean 3-0. That was one of the sets I watched. Oh my god.
I can hear the hand clap. I'm going to make sure that's emphasized in the fucking VOD.
yeah, Slocks just in control the whole time.
Definitely. Unfortunately, though,
gets 3-0 by
it was close.
Yeah, so Slocks makes it to winners quarters. It was a bunch of the games were close, and game 2 he even had a lead, but Armada, did his Armada stuff.
Yeah.
But if you watch that set, you're like, damn, Slocks could have made something happen. This set, it was not close 3-0s don't exist, but if they did, that would be a close 3-0.
Definitely. No, I feel that. And also got to shout out the man Kage, the fucking warrior, took a game from Armada.
Definitely took a game.
That's pretty sick.
Dude, Ganon Peach,
not an easy matchup.
The worst. Not the worst for Ganon.
No. But Armada's Peach, we got another story that we're going to tell.
He's definitely going to invalidate your character. If you watch that set, Armada's just like, I will be over here until I pull turnip. And when I pull turnip, then you can do nothing.
Until then, please
like,
fuck up. Yeah, no, that was definitely... There were a lot of games being taken. I was seeing Junebug taking a game off Leffen. I thought that was really interesting. Although I've heard...
Yeah, I think Leffen played really bad that game, though, in his defense.
Well, a mix of that and the fact that I've heard like a lot of PM players are kind of switching from PM to full-time Melee. I know I was just at a recent tournament, CGC Redux. Shout out to that tournament. That was a ton of fun. Really great time. Switch, the Wolf player, I've heard he might be switching from PM to like full-time Melee, trying to get into that, and he's not bad. He's got a pretty solid Falco that he's working on, and it's not bad at all. I know Morks is a PM player that has a very solid Melee Falcon, and then Junebug obviously is someone that's been known for a while now as a very solid Sheik. Clearly taking out Zane 3-0, which was insane. But like, I don't know. I think if these guys continue to stick with Melee, we're gonna start seeing some PM names taking some Melee names.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, I think when I was in like Virginia for SmashCon, I think somebody told me that Junebug was like first on their PR because he was just farming these Marths, like Rishi, and when he was still there, and like Zane, and he was just like winning all the locals he attended. So that was that was like the first I'd even heard of Junebug being like a force to be reckoned with, Right. I mean, Darktooth actually had to play him in.
Oh, that's right.
Darktooth, Long Island's #1 player at this point in time, had to play him in losers at SmashCon, and that was a beatdown.
Definitely
by Darktooth.
Yeah, no, good shit to your boy Darktooth. He's definitely making moves too. That dude's insane.
Yeah, dude, he's scary.
He's definitely scary. Seems like a super homie too, from what I've seen about him.
He's a super homie, and like if you watch his play, you're like, oh, this guy's like sick sometimes. But like the thing you don't realize is like his mental game is actually his strongest aspect. Yeah. Like this dude will, like even when he doubts himself, he I don't know, it doesn't look it, and he's just so clutch.
Right.
He's just mad clutch. Even when he's down, he's like, yeah, I can just win.
Damn.
He'll start full hopping in the corner, and he'll I'll make it happen, bro. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. So I respect that a lot, actually.
Well, good shit. Shout outs to the boy Darktooth. Good shit, man. Keep making big moves. Shout out to Sloth. I'm pretty sure they're like his sponsor, right? Sloth Gaming or something like that. Shout out to
Sloth.
Good shit. So I know that we don't have that much time left in the world. To all those that are unaware of some of the upsets that might have happened, this being one of the biggest upset tournaments in the history of tournaments in 2017, I think. At least personally, in my opinion, there is a Google spreadsheet that shows round 1 pools, round 2 pools, and top 64 upsets, and notable games taken that I will link in the VOD of this podcast episode. Feel free to take a look at it if you would like to see any of these things. But for now, I want to move on to the last 2 things that I want to talk about. One of which being the crew battles. Now, did you get to watch any of that at all, or not really?
I think I saw, what was it? Canada versus Europe.
Okay.
And I saw like half of one of the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Point being, I didn't really watch Cruise.
No worries, no worries. The first thing actually that even I want to get your opinion on, because this pisses the shit out of me, was the no SoCal. The no SoCal being in when they have won the past 2 in a row, kind of like almost irritated me to a sense, but SoCal didn't seem too upset. Like they were talking that shit, but they definitely weren't like being too big of dicks about it. You know, like Mango was even commentating the thing. Like
they were. I mean, they were. I know some of them were just like,
we would have won this.
Yo, we're the reigning champs, yo.
Yeah,
yeah. They could just sit by and talk shit and not even have to like win. Cause they could be like, yeah, we beat you guys the last 2 years, yo.
Right.
Fuck you.
No, that's definitely true, and I think they definitely will hold that. But do you think, after seeing some of the performances from SoCal players like Mango and S2J and Lucky, and I'm assuming Westballs would have been in, and probably MacD, because MacD
I thought they would have won.
What's that?
Are you gonna ask me if I think
essentially, yeah.
won?
Do you think they would have taken it?
Oh hell yeah!
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know.
Well, okay. I actually have a question. Who won?
So the winners ended up being
Florida?
Yes, Florida ended up taking.
Okay, that's definitely the most stacked crew in terms of
you got
rankings,
fucking.
I would say
you got like fucking technically 3 gods now.
3 top 6. Yeah, three top 6, possibly top 5 players on that crew,
and then a top 10 Wizzy probably, and then top 25 Cobalt. Like
yeah.
This is a damn stacked one. But then again, they got the number 1 Armada, the number 6 or something Leffen, the brother, then we got Pro and Amsa. So, I mean, yeah, they didn't have as stacked as Florida, but, I mean, quite frankly, let me see here if I can find... So, in Grand Finals, everything looked like it was almost back-to-back-to-back. M2K definitely... So, if you didn't see that at all... Armada was character locked into Fox, and so when they sent in Mewtwo King, he took him to FD, and Armada finally got to experience M2K on FD.
Oh, wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
So Armada played Foxmarth with M2K on FD in the crew battle.
And Armada still took 2 stocks. So quite frankly, Armada might have technically been Europe's like MVP just for that. Like, M2K still took all 4 of Armada's stocks, but the fact that Armada was able to take 2 of M2K's, only leaving it down to Android, who then took the last 2 of M2K, like, that kind of, that solidified it. If M2K could have, like, done more, it definitely, I think, could have been a lot more of a confident Florida win, but instead Armada taking the 2 definitely helped his chances. But there was another one that I actually wanted to point out an MVP of. Let me see if I can find it here. I think Duck. Duck might have been MVP of Midwest versus Florida. This man went hamburgers, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken here. Or I might have written this down.
I did hear about that.
Duck.
Dude, Samus is so good in crews because what are Samus's players what's their main shtick, dude?
Right.
They just live. They just get to 150 and then you can't kill them and then they hit you with a down smash and they edge guard you. And then their lead is doubled.
Literally. But Duck just like went off in that crew battle, and I think he like definitely helped Midwest for the most part, but Wizzy ended up cleaning him up pretty easily, so unfortunate for them, but that was definitely a big deal. And other than that, there really weren't too many big things. Florida versus the Northwest was literally the fastest crew battle. I think clocking in at like maybe less than 30 minutes. And that's like with the fact that they have Wizrobe on their team. So, you know, who takes like a year and a half just to get to the fucking station. But like, I don't know. I think crew battle, from what I saw and from what I read about, a lot of crew battle things just weren't as hype, and a lot of people are going to blame that on SoCal. But what do you think? Do you think this makes the Big House kind of like, it makes them look a little bad not having SoCal in, or do you think it makes SoCal look bad by not even having them be voted back in?
Yeah, I definitely think it's like, I think it's their fault for not getting voted back in.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's on Big House. I don't think it's like, oh, you should have auto-invited them. Like, dude, it's cruise. It's like basically
True.
a side event. Like, there wasn't even a cash prize.
No, there was. There was.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
Alright, well, still, I don't know. This is dumb what we're gonna do.
No, I feel that. I feel that. It on my end, I think it could have gone both ways. It's definitely weak on SoCal's point that they didn't like vote them in, and they definitely should have. But if the crowd or not the crowd, but if the big house truly wanted them in and like cared enough to have like the returning champs, they would have done it, but they didn't. So who really cares? And now moving on to the last bit here, we got the top 8 highlights. There were so many amazing things going on in top 8, and I think the biggest one that we can't not talk about just a little bit is the Plup Club owning Armada. Like, Armada is now property of the Plup Club. What more can you say? He beat him fucking 3-1. He only took a game, Armada.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. I missed the Peach Sheik games.
Uh-huh.
But
you watched the Peach Fox? Or the Fox Sheik?
Yeah, I saw those games, and I was... Dude, when I saw he was up 2-0, I was like, oh my god. It's gonna happen.
This is happening.
I'm like the Sheiks are finally good enough to invalidate Peach. Because you thought the thing is, you saw it with Shroomed too.
Oh yeah. The character switch.
At Royal Flush, I think he went up. I don't know if he went up 2-0 or went up 2-1.
Nope, it was 2-0. Like, you were right.
Okay, so yeah, these Sheiks are finally like making Armada feel like, wow, Peach actually can't win this matchup sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if I stay Peach, I will lose, so I have to go Fox.
Well, whatever recent tournament it was, I think it might have been GTX maybe. Armada and Shroomed actually had to play each other again. Armada went straight into it as Fox, and he just washed him from that point. But it kind of makes you wonder now, is Armada gonna start only going Fox versus Plup? And if he does, is Plup gonna start... oh, excuse me, what the fuck? Is Plup gonna switch to maybe Samus or maybe the Fox Ditto? Because as we also saw, Plup fucking beating Leffen 3-1! And some of the games were Fox Dittos. Like, yeah,
so Plup's Fox definitely, like, no doubt, like a thing now. It's like,
oh yeah,
when he brings it out, you're not like, when he was first starting to bring it out, you're like, oh no, he switched to Fox, but now you're just like, oh, Plup Fox, yes. Okay, let's go.
Plox, the Plox.
And in regards to Samus, I think Samus would. Okay, so here's my thoughts on Plup Samus versus Armada's Fox. It would. Okay, there's no way Armada has that much matchup experience, right? And Samus will destroy Foxes who can't play the matchup.
Yep.
But Armada is good enough at camping and just avoiding playing around CC characters in general that I think he could just lame Plup out.
I definitely could feel that, and also he's had a good amount of practice with Duck in, I want to say, recent months. They definitely, I think, have hung out a bit.
Whenever he goes, whenever Armada goes to the Midwest, I know he always stays with Duck, and they play a lot. So you're right about that. Actually, it's a very good point.
I see that all the time in highlight reels and shit like that, and I think there's a chance Armada knows. I think Armada might actually, just because he is the fucking genius and the god of the game, there is a chance this guy probably knows the matchup, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him actually not struggle and, I don't know, maybe keep it a lot closer than what probably people are expecting even now. I'm probably on the fence about it as well. I don't really know how it would turn out, but I mean, Plup's Samus is not your average Samus. So that would be interesting. I would love to see that happen. Maybe at Summit. Who knows? Guys, tweet at him. Tell him make this happen. That'd be fire. That'd be sick. But what else do we even have on here? We had Leffen H-Box happen, and that went 3-2 on the winner's side, so that was big. Leffen 3-0ing the GOAT, Mango. 3-0ing the boy. Can't fucking speak English. There were just a lot of games.
Hard to watch.
It was, dude. It was really, really rough. I literally
wasn't playing. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because Mango wasn't playing bad, but Leffen was moving really well and abusing full hop. He was abusing full hop in the best way possible, where he doesn't become super predictable with it.
Right.
And that's what really kills Falco in the matchup. That full hop ground game mix up.
Yep.
Because if it's just one or the other, then Falco can adapt which options he's using.
Yeah.
But when Fox is mixing them both up really well, the risk reward on a lot of Falco's counters to those specific Fox options gets skewed into Fox's favor. Yeah. And then you add that in, you factor that in to Fox getting like lucky shine spike at 1 or 2 times. You know, you miss a tech or you DI bad on a shine and then you just die. Like it gets so hard.
Yep. No, definitely. I agree. And I think it's even more of a struggle to like feel bad about the match so I'm driving back to Buffalo last night listening to this only through audio. So like, you know how Twitch has the like audio only option?
Audio only, yeah.
Yep. So I'm listening to this and I'm just hearing like all these sad sounds, and then I'm hearing the USA chants only to hear that Mango is also losing, and it was a heartbreaker, my man. It was a heartbreaker.
Like, what's happening? Is he getting 3-stocked?
Honestly.
I don't know.
And it was even worse than in losers than him losing 3-1 to Armada, taking the first game on Dreamland? Like how? How did this happen? What happened? The nation was in shambles last night, I'll tell you. We were definitely sad.
Dude. Because the thing is, the setup was the stage was set for it to be the best Melee tournament ever.
It so was.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was set. It was like Mango Armada losers quarters, and then Mango wins this. He runs through the bracket. The only thing I couldn't decide was if it would have been better if it was Mango Leffen Grand Finals or Mango Plup Grand Finals.
Right.
Might have been Mango Leffen, might have been like the most ultimate hype ever. Just
especially if bracket reset. Yeah, especially if bracket reset.
Yeah, no, like there was potential for like the sickest losers run in top 8 like ever, along with like just like the fact that Plup beat Armada on top of it, Armada getting 5th, like that would have been crazy for the game, you know? People love upsets, dude. People really dislike the status quo as it is.
Yep.
And I understand a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, you can't hate on guys for being consistent, dude.
No.
It's good.
Of course. No, I agree.
People want to see blood, bro. People want to see blood.
Well, that's why, dude, when Leffen was playing Mango, like what? It was game 1 or something like that? 4-stock chants. What the fuck? This crowd was chanting for a 4-stock, and then like one of the second games or whatever, they're like, USA, USA. It's like, you fucking bloodthirsty cocks. It was some shit. It was fucking insane. And then, so what happened on the other side? We had HBox M2K happened, and that was a 3-1 for HBox, so good shit to him. But then even talking more on HBox, he goes from that to a 3-2 versus Armada, 3-2 versus Leffen, and then a 6-2 versus Plup to take the whole fucking thing. So, huge grats to HBox. You gotta respect the grind, gotta respect Puff beating, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 top-level Foxes back to back to back to back. Like, this guy eats Fox for breakfast, lunch, and maybe dinner occasionally. Sometimes he's got to eat a little Falco here and there, but not as much.
As soon as he hits top 8, he's just like, all right, it's Fox killing time.
Yep, it's literally Fox sniper time. So, I mean, and good shit to Plup getting second on that tournament. That was such an amazing tournament to watch for him. Can't shout it out enough. Plup definitely a co-owner right now of the Big House. He's definitely Big House half property of the Plup Club. Got to give it that.
Yeah, but, he definitely made history.
Definitely. But again, good shit to HBox. I don't want to talk about the interview all that much because I'm super.
Let's pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm pissed as shit about it, but I'm not gonna get into that rant because I did it at another time.
I'm not pissed, but we don't gotta talk about it.
Oh, we'll talk later then. But
yeah, we can talk later, bro. We can talk later.
But everyone in the chat, I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is pretty much gonna do it for tonight's episode. I don't really know, Wild, if you want, or Wild, fuck that, Matt, if you want to give any shout out to anyone you'd like to thank, let the people know where they can check you out whenever you're doing your stuff. Let them know.
Yeah, just, you know, shout outs to you know, everybody watching, obviously. I actually really like your podcast, dude. I think you should definitely keep doing this because we have the Melee community definitely suffers from a lack of gameplay content.
Yeah.
you know, because like if you're looking at Counter-Strike or some shit, you know, there's like a million tutorials and like podcasts and like there's so much content to consume for the viewer that isn't just gameplay analysis, you know.
Right.
So, but Melee doesn't really have that too much, and you know, I could get into the reasons why some other time. But,
no, of course.
But yeah, so I definitely think it's a good thing you're doing the show, and I think you do a good job.
Well,
so shout outs to you, dude.
Shouts to you, the little kid, the little player, the Fox kid, whatever his name. I hope he's still playing. I can't find a single
bot. You?
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't find if you look on YouTube like SSBM space you or like Smash Bros you, like he just doesn't show up, and I really hope that kid is still playing. So shouts to you, but also thanks, man.
Yeah, shoutouts EVL. Check them out.
Definitely.
EVLGG at EVL Gaming on Twitter.
Buy some of their shit. They got
on
some
Twitter.
sick shit.
At EVL WiLD. That's me.
Yep.
I don't really stream too much nowadays. I'm working full time. I don't really have time, unfortunately.
Yep.
But if you want to follow me, there is Young Wild Fuego with a 0 at the end. And yeah, just shout outs all my Long Island fam.
Hell yeah.
And shout out to Tri-State Melee in general.
Shout outs.
And yeah, I think that's about it.
That's all you got. All right, that's all you really need. And well, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. I love you. If you enjoyed the podcast, leave a follow below. Maybe subscribe if you've got the dollar bills. You might be entered for a giveaway. Who knows? We got a lot of fun stuff coming up here. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tryout thing of a tournament recap, basically, to keep some consistency on the show. I love y'all. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great night. See you later.